We find ourselves ensconced in the veritable abyss of internet absurdity, a theater of the preposterous where an AI-generated rap battle featuring a simulacrum of Hassan Piker, better known as Hasanabi, stands as a monument to the tragicomic derangement of parasocial fandom.
Version of yourself, they're flossing the sauce. I mean, some are for sure. That's the other thing. Yeah, it's so pathetic that, yes, Destiny had a fan make an AI rap battle video between me, okay, an AI version of me, that Destiny himself actually rap battled. That's a real thing that they did, and they thought it was awesome. No, I never reacted to that. That's too much cringe, man. I'll die. And then these guys have the audacity to say, I'm obsessed. It's craziness. If I were to show you that, you would die. I'm not even kidding. If I were to show you the AI rap battle, you would perish. It's like secondhand, third-hand embarrassment. Nuclear levels. What is this? As long as he keeps giving them a platform where they can beg the entire universe for love and attention, he'll do anything he wants to them and they'll defend him. That's why they're doing Project Stargate, to improve AI rap battles. Here's the obsessed bar.
Bro, is that seriously all you have to say? All these years of no contact?
I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this even in jest. I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm sorry. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like, I will not do that to you. I will not do that to you, okay? But I'm glad you saw a peep of it. To this day, I have not watched it. I've only seen like bits and pieces. Like, that's the 3-second clip is the most I can see, is the most I can entertain. How psychotic is that? That's like, dude, this is the problem with the internet, okay? In general, this is the problem with the internet in general. In the real world, back in the day before the internet, if someone were to do things like that, okay, obviously technology hadn't improved to this degree, they would be called a stalker, okay? Like, that is basically the internet version of, you know, doing newspaper clippings and thinking that Jodie Foster is actually communicating to you to go and, like, that's like the OG version of what is happening here. But now, because this is online and people can become content creators, that level of psychopathic obsession can be turned into content, okay? And there's like enough communities. There's enough people out there who will watch it. Come on, stalker, you're a public figure and that's just cringe, not some private stuff. Dog, please, dude. There is a level of pathological obsession. If you want to address my takes as a public figure, that's one thing. Don't try to justify this by being like, you're a public figure. Okay, dude. I guess because I'm a public figure, that's all of that is normal. Yeah. It's cringe rap battle. Dog, I'm not involved in it. You understand? It's an AI version. Like, if someone did that about Ben Shapiro, I would never rap over it. You understand? I wouldn't rap over a AI version of Ben Shapiro. You want to know why? I hate Ben Shapiro, but I'm not a loser. And I hope you understand that you're not. I hope you understand that that's losers and you shouldn't entertain stuff like that. Also, people stalk public figures all the time. What the f are you saying? It's cringe rap battle, not stalking, private stuff.
In the labyrinthine catacombs of cyberspace, this grotesque production emerges as a distillation of obsessive imbroglio, a synthesis of pathos, bathos, and the unbridled hubris of those who traverse the digital savannah under the aegis of Destiny's banner. To grasp the full scope of this absurd tableau, one must first apprehend the ethos of the architect himself, Destiny, a figure whose digital dominion has cultivated a veritable cult of personality. This AI diss track episode, a work of puerile fixation that transcends mere cringe-worthy artifice, serves as the pinnacle of his fandom's pathologically performative devotion. The sheer audacity of orchestrating an AI-driven lyrical duel between Destiny and a digitized facsimile of Hasanabi unveils the extent of parasocial dissolution. It is a spectacle so saturated with second-hand mortification that even the uninitiated would recoil in stupefied horror. Behold the scenario: a legion of Destiny devotees, marinated in their own misplaced zealotry, marshals the algorithms of artificial intelligence to fabricate a phantasmagorical version of Hasanabi, a virtual effigy to be ritually humiliated in a spectacle of one-sided rap combat. The notion is almost mythopoetic in its absurdity. a Dionysian revel gone awry in the neon soaked agora of Twitch and YouTube. These zealots, having transmogrified from mere spectators to digital dramaturgists, elevate their fixation to an operatic crescendo of inanity. Yet, as Hasanabi astutely observes, such acts are emblematic of a deeper malaise, a societal decay where pathological obsession is not only normalized but commodified. What in a pre-internet epoch might have been relegated to the shadows of stalkerish derangement is now repackaged as content, disseminated across the global amphitheater of the web for the voyeuristic titillation of countless spectators. Here, obsession metastasizes into a form of digital currency, a grim testament to the commodification of fixation in the age of algorithmic amplification. Let us dissect the implications of this macabre farce. At its core lies a paradoxical dynamic: the transformation of public figures into avatars of both reverence and ridicule. Hasanabi, a luminary in the realm of political discourse and digital commentary, is rendered a cipher, a hollow avatar into which Destiny's acolytes project their derision and delusion. The AI-generated diss track becomes a ritual of exorcism, an attempt to assert dominance over the spectral presence of an ideological adversary. But this spectacle is not merely a one-dimensional farce. It is a crucible through which the toxicity of parasocial relationships is distilled. Destiny's followers, like bacchantes driven to madness by the intoxicating fumes of their own devotion, channel their energies into acts of performative obsession. The AI diss track is but the most ostentatious manifestation of this pathology, a digital effigy burning with the flames of misplaced fervor. And what of Hasanabi's response? His refusal to dignify this absurdity with more than a passing acknowledgement is itself a masterstroke of rhetorical restraint. To engage with such a spectacle would be to descend into the very mire of absurdity from which it springs. His dissection of the phenomenon, however, is a searing indictment of the internet's capacity to amplify and normalize pathological behavior. In his commentary, we find a clarion call for introspection, a reminder that the digital sphere, for all its potential for enlightenment and connection, is also a breeding ground for the grotesque and the deranged. Consider then the philosophical ramifications of this debacle. The AI diss track is not merely a cringe-inducing curio. It is a microcosm of the digital age's broader existential dilemmas. It exemplifies the erosion of boundaries between creator and consumer, the collapse of distinction between critique and obsession. It is the apotheosis of a culture where the line between reality and artifice blurs, where the simulacrum supplants the real, and where the spectacle subsumes substance. Furthermore, the episode raises troubling questions about the ethics of artificial intelligence in the realm of creative expression. The deployment of AI to fabricate a pseudo-Hasanabi not only trivializes the craft of lyrical artistry, but also weaponizes technology in the service of puerile vendettas. It is a stark reminder of the potential for AI to be wielded not as a tool for enlightenment, but as an instrument of triviality and torment. The tragedy of this spectacle is compounded by its inevitability. In an era where digital platforms incentivize extremity and performativity, such grotesqueries are not aberrations, but symptoms of a deeper systemic malaise. The algorithmic architectures of platforms like YouTube and Twitch reward engagement above all else, creating a feedback loop wherein the most outrageous and polarizing content rises to prominence. Within this ecosystem, the AI diss track becomes not an outlier, but a logical culmination, a manifestation of the internet's inexorable drift toward the absurd and the extreme. And yet, amid the cacophony of cringe and chaos, Hasanabi's commentary serves as a beacon of clarity. His refusal to engage with the spectacle on its own terms is a repudiation of the internet's performative nihilism. His analysis cuts through the noise, illuminating the structural dynamics that underpin this farce and challenging his audience to confront the uncomfortable truths it reveals. In conclusion, the AI diss track episode is a grotesque parable for our times, a cautionary tale of obsession, commodification, and the collapse of boundaries in the digital age. It is a testament to the internet's capacity for both connection and corruption, a reflection of its dual nature as a space of boundless potential and profound peril. As we navigate this brave new world, let us heed the lessons of this absurd saga. Let us strive for a digital culture that uplifts rather than degrades, that fosters understanding rather than obsession. For in the end, it is not the specter of Hasanabi's digital doppelganger that should haunt us, but the societal dysfunctions that gave rise to it.